Student government provides over $250,000 every year to student organizations through the Student Government Appropriations and Student Senate Finance Committee grants processes. These two funding resources are completely funded by student fees. Student organizations additionally can apply for funding from the UNC Association of Student Governments and Graduate Student Association and fundraise with non-campus affiliated businesses and organizations. The appropriations process is the main venue for student government to provide financial support for events, activities, and enrichment opportunities for students through student organizations at NC State. Student organizations have two opportunities every academic year to apply for funding during the beginning of the fall semester and the beginning of the spring semester. Funding is given in two cycles each year, from fall break to spring break and spring break to fall break. The student government four-cycle appropriations calendar represents the key dates for the next four appropriation cycles. The dates represented are reviewed and set each semester to allow 2 full academic years in an approved status. This can be found on student government's website listed on the screen. Questions or concerns regarding student government appropriations should be directed via email to sgappropriations@ncsu.edu. Student organizations are required to submit receipts proving that they spent their appropriations funding. All receipts must follow specific guidelines from NC State to be accepted as a valid appropriations receipt. Per NC State University guidelines, a valid appropriations receipt must contain the following: merchant name and address, date of purchase, itemized description of the items purchased, quantity of each item and unit price, shipping charges and ship to address if applicable, and total amount of purchase. Here you can see an example of a valid receipt in which it contains an original receipt from a store that is readable. Additionally, it has each item listed with their associated cost. Student organizations can apply for funding through the Student Senate Finance Committee grants process. Funding is given on a rolling basis. The Finance Committee allocates grant funding to student organizations for special projects or events, one-time activities, and initiatives that benefit the student body. The Student Senate Finance Committee reviews requests at their bi-weekly committee meetings. Student organizations who submit a grant request must have at least one representative attend a finance committee meeting to present their grant request and answer questions from committee members. For additional information, please visit the student government website listed here on the screen. Student organizations must be an approved supplier at NC State to receive student government funding. Here is a checklist for information and documentation you'll need to submit the supplier registration form on PaymentWorks: business legal name, employer identification number, tax classification other description, W-9 form, full name or DBA doing business as, business telephone number, preferred email, primary full business address, supplier category, insurance information if applicable, conflict of interest information, payment banking information, accounts receivable contact information. Additional information about each of these items can be found on the student government website listed on the screen. Questions regarding becoming a supplier can be directed to student legal at studentlegal@ncsu.edu. University affiliated funding. These funding opportunities and resources are affiliated or connected with NC State University or the University of North Carolina system. The Sustainability Fund offers project grants to NC State students, faculty, and staff with a specific project idea to improve the sustainability of NC State's campus and community in a visible and engaging way. Graduate Student Association. Chapters can receive grants up to $500 per academic year to support events across academic departments at NC State. Club sports. Club sports can receive money allocations from Wellness and Recreation. Additional information about each of these items can be found on the student government website listed on the screen. Student organizations who are affiliated with a specific college or department at NC State can typically apply for funds from their college's student council. Each college council process is different, and some councils may not provide funding for student organizations. Additional information can be found on student government's website listed on the screen. Private fundraising. Student organizations can partner with private companies around the Triangle area for fundraising opportunities. Many student organizations partner with restaurants to do percentage nights, where a percentage of a transaction is donated to a student organization. Additional information about each of these companies listed can be found on the student government's website listed on the screen.